Yo, 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 what is good, guys? I'm so excited to make this video. Really, Bortles? So excited to make this video today because I feel like it can help so many people out. But first, I'm trying something out. It's something that I just saw Mike do last night and I have to see if it really works. So basically what it is like you take the orange before you peel it and you like roll it around on the table like that. And it somehow, some way, is supposed to come off. I don't know. He did it last night and it worked for him. I don't know, you guys. I don't think this is right. This is not gonna work. I'm really just doing it now to prove a point that I can do it, because I feel like it would have already ripped into multiple pieces, but I've just kept it together intentionally. Bam! All in one piece. You're welcome. Aren't you glad you watched this video? So, today's video is going to be a little bit about how I lost 20 plus pounds postpartum completely safely and effectively. So, please support your girl. Hit the subscribe button down below, and if you don't want to go that far with it, you don't want to see my face all the time, totally understand. At least hit the like button. Give me some support for this useful information. If you think it's useful, if not, then feel free to leave a comment and tell me I suck. But I probably won't respond because that's rude. Don't say that to me. Without further ado, here is my 5 tips to help you lose that baby weight. Now, first things first. First tip for you is to stay hydrated. I live in Florida, so personally, hydration is one of my biggest things, trying to drink enough water. A lot of times we think we're drinking enough water and then you actually go log it in or try to count how many ounces you had throughout the day, or you think back, how many cups of water did I have today? And you really have hardly had any. Especially for breastfeeding mothers, because not only do you need enough milk to not only do you need enough water to hydrate your body, but you also need enough water to make sure that you can upkeep your milk supply, which is important for the survival of your child. So drink your dang water. It's so good for you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Goal should be about, I would honestly say, your body weight in ounces per day, especially if you're breastfeeding. If you're not breastfeeding, still try to drink that much water because it's definitely not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you in the long run. And if you set your goal really high, then you're likely to at least get somewhere near that goal, and that will bring up your water intake regardless. So set your goal high, reach for the stars, so if you fall, you land on a cloud. Kanye West, back when he made music I could vibe to. Tip number 2 is going to be to eat. And I know that a lot of women are probably like, I always had this like assumption that really skinny girls just didn't eat, or they just ate salad and that's why they're so skinny. Girl, I eat like a dang pig. The thing about this eating tip is you don't just want to eat all willy-nilly. You don't want to go and eat donuts and brownies and fettuccine alfredo all day long, because none of that is going to provide your body with the nutrients that it's so craving and desiring. What you really want to fill your body with is useful food. And when I say useful, I mean food that your body can readily use for energy and for vitamins and all of the functions that it has to do on a daily basis. And on top of that, it's got extra functions to do because now you're running on hardly any sleep, and potentially you're needing more for that breast milk supply that we talked about earlier. So when I say useful foods, I mean things like leafy green vegetables, kale, broccoli, asparagus, spinach, you name it. Anything that has a dark green color is going to be very healthy for you. Colorful foods that are fresh, like berries and peppers and all of it. Eat all the vegetables. Try to avoid foods that are really high in sugar and high in caffeine. Now, I'm gonna put like a little asterisk, did I say that right? Next to caffeine, because let me tell you, I definitely drink coffee at least twice a day. And that is because with a lack of sleep, I feel like it is vital to me being a decent mother that I have that caffeine in my life. So 3 or less cups a day is okay, ladies. And when you're drinking your coffee or your tea, try not to fill it up with a bunch of sugar and creamer and all those fatty things that aren't really beneficial to your body. You know, try to go for honey. Or you think I was having caffeine right now? She's losing it. But yeah, all in a nutshell, just make sure that you're really paying attention to your serving sizes. I guess is what I'm really trying to encompass with all of that, because you want to pay attention to your caffeine servings and you want to pay attention to your fat servings as well. And that's going to help you to keep your hormones regulated and to make sure that you're not getting that extra bloat from all the sugar and the caffeine and the cramping, and it's actually going to end up lowering your energy levels in the long run versus helping you out. So careful with that. Tip: do a progressive exercise program. So you don't want to just start like right out the gate doing like burpees and sprints. Like, you don't want to just jump right in to a super intense exercise program, especially after you've had a baby. Even if you're past your 6-week date, whatever, the doctor approves you for exercise, you don't want to just go like start jumping around and getting all crazy, because first of all, that can hurt. I'm just saying. Be very careful. Ease in, because you want to build stability in your body first and then build strength on top of it. And inevitably, as you build muscle, you will burn fat. It just happens on its own. There's no special tricks. There's no detoxes. There's nothing that makes you burn fat any faster. Your muscles will automatically help you to burn fat faster. So that's what you want to work on, is slowly starting to build those muscles back. You want to work on bringing that core together and make sure that you actually have that stabilization, that foundation to do all the other exercises. So start at your core and work your way out and work your way up. That would be my third tip for you, and I can definitely elaborate more on that in another video, but I wanted to at least kind of throw it out there, get the idea in your head, and I'll make sure to make another video so that you guys can understand it more with a little more research behind it, but I don't want this video to be too long. Number 4, try to get some dang sleep. That is my tip number 4, is try to sleep. Try to get your baby onto a sleeping schedule. Anything that can help lower your stress levels is gonna help you out. And sleep is the number one thing that causes stress, especially in new moms. And I know this because I am one. And I've just started getting Carolina, my 8-month-old, into a sleep schedule now. So if you can, start earlier if you're comfortable with it. I would say it's totally worth it. It benefits your baby because your baby is getting sleep, has more energy throughout the day, and is less fussy. And it's also important and very beneficial to you for being a good parent to be able to have your sleep, have your rest, so that you have the energy to chase those little ones around. Now, when they're younger, I understand that this is a lot less realistic. So really just focus on sleeping when they sleep. When babies are in the first few months of their life, they sleep like 16 hours a day. So try to find like at least 8 of those hours. Yeah, I know. Try to find like at least 8 of those hours and get you some too, because that baby is gonna be up and functioning and crying, and you are gonna need to be there. Carolina's interjecting on this statement. It's like she knew I was talking about her or something. Dun, dun, dun. That's it. Get some sleep. And then tip number 5. This one is going to be less of something that you can physically do and more of something that you need to mentally work on. My tip number 5 is to really change your mindset about how you are thinking about exercise and nutrition. So instead of thinking of it as like, don't think of it as something that you're doing for a certain amount of time to hit a certain goal and then you're gonna go back to your normal stuff. Not what works, it never does. You could change your diet for 21 days, you're gonna go right back to the same weight you were, probably even higher, if you don't change it for good. So you wanna take baby steps and really think, I'm doing this for a purpose, and the purpose has to be greater than losing weight or having a certain number on the scale or having a number of waistline that you want. None of that is going to take you through the long run, through those hard days when you really want that donut, but you're trying to fight and not have it. What's gonna get you through? Not that number in your head, no. You need to have a realistic goal that can carry you through the long run. Think about the health of your child in the long run, especially if you're breastfeeding. Those nutrients that you are getting into your body are also going to your child. And that is really gonna help you mentally think like, okay, this doesn't just affect me anymore. This isn't just my body, this is their body. And I would choose better for them. So I should choose better for myself. I need to lead by example as the parent that I am, and I'm strong, and I'm willing, and it's worth it. It's worth it. In that same thinking, make sure you find things that you actually like. Don't force yourself to eat food that you hate. Don't force yourself to run if you hate running. It's not gonna get you anywhere because you're just gonna hate it and you're gonna give up on it later on. So if you hate running, don't run. Lift or bike or scooter. If you don't like kale, guess what? There's broccoli and asparagus and spinach and green beans and peppers and so much other things that you can have instead of that kale, and you're still gonna get tons of nutrients from it. So don't fret if you hate certain things. You don't have to make yourself like things that you don't like. End of story. You can live a life that works for you and still be healthy. So those would be, if I could give 5 main tips on how to lose that baby weight, how I lost 20 pounds, that would be what I would say. Now, obviously, I know some of the things I said, like the nutrition side and the fitness side, could probably use a little bit more elaboration as far as like where to start, how to move forward with it, and I'm absolutely happy to provide you guys with that information. But like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Hopefully this helped some of you who are feeling like you don't really know where to start. At least this maybe gives you like a baseline of like where your mentality should be going into it, because that's gonna be the biggest thing. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Let me know in the comments, or subscribe to my channel if you really loved it, or at least give me a thumbs up and tell me like, hey girl, I support you, kill it, okay? I guess I will talk to you guys next time.